Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's topic of discussion is encryption and decryption using Autokey Cipher. So first and foremost, what is an Autokey Cipher? So Autokey Cipher is a polyalphabetic substitution cipher which is used to protect the secret message that is sent by a sender to a receiver on a public communication channel. The encryption and decryption process of Autokey Cipher is similar to that of Vigenère cipher. However, Autokey Cipher is cryptographically stronger as compared to that of Vigenère cipher. Now, how is that? How is the Autokey cipher cryptographically stronger than a Vigenère cipher? Let us have a look at it. We have covered Vigenère cipher in detail in the previous video. I would request you to kindly refer to the link given in the description for Vigenère cipher encryption and decryption process. When you go through that video, you will realize that the key that is used in Vigenère cipher is a repetitive key. You repeat the words of the key again and again so as to encrypt all the letters of the plain text. Now, this repetitive keyword or repetitive pattern of the key makes the resultant cipher text highly vulnerable to attack. So, the attacker analyzes the cipher text, he tries to find out the repetitive pattern of the cipher text and hence finds the key. Let us see an example of what I mean to say. Let me say I have got a plain text called secret message which has to be encrypted using the key Y. So how is the key formed? You first write down the plain text. So the plain text given is secret message. Now as you can see, the length of the plain text is much larger as compared to the length of the key, which is usually the case. Plain text is a huge text which you want to encrypt, while the key is a smaller key, and hence we have to encrypt all these letters while the key is just a 4-letter word. So how would we encrypt the remaining letters? So in order to encrypt the remaining letters in Vigenère cipher, we repeat the keyword. So the word wise is repeated as long as all the letters of the plain text are covered. Now this repetitive pattern of the key is reflected in the cipher text. So even the cipher text results in letters which are repetitive in nature. The attacker analyzes the repetitive pattern of the cipher text and hence can easily find out what is the key length and the key. While on the other hand, the Autokey cipher avoids the repetitive pattern in the cipher text by using a key which is known as running key, and the running key is generated by using the original key which is known as the primer appended by the plain text. So usually the plain text is much larger than the length of the key. So how to make the length of the key large? So rather than repeating the keyword as in case of Vigenère cipher, in Autokey cipher the algorithm takes the original key known as the primer and appends it with a plain text. This new key that is formed after appending with the plain text is known as a running key. So for example, let us take the plain text secret message which has to be encrypted with the key that is the primer known as wise. So let us see how a running key would be formed. So the plain text in this case is secret message, while the original key that is given to us, which is also known as primer, is the word wise. So we fill the word wise first, and now since the plain text is larger while the key length is shorter and we are using an Autokey cipher, we append the key with the plain text, so that is secretmes. I have appended the plain text after the keyword, and the resultant key that is formed after appending is known as a running key. Now note that the space indicates that there is no letter to be encrypted, and hence we have not allocated any letter for the key to encrypt that corresponding space. Let us take one more example of a running key. So let me say I have been given this particular plain text which has to be encrypted. So it is VR attack save yourself. So now the original key that is given is wise. So we fill up this WI. Now since space indicates there is no letter to encrypt, so I fill up SE in the next locations. Now the keyword has been exhausted. So now how do I encrypt the remaining letters of the plain text? So since I am using an Autokey cipher, we append the keyword with the plain text. So I will put the plain text VR attack save yours. So self we don't require because our plain text is finished. So we'll encrypt the plain text using these letters of the key and get a corresponding ciphertext. Now to get a corresponding ciphertext, we have to apply a mathematical formula using the plaintext and the key. So let us now have a look at the formula that would be used to encrypt and decrypt using Autokey Cipher. So encryption algorithm takes the ith letter of the plaintext and the ith letter of the key and generates the ith letter of the ciphertext using the formula pi plus ki mod 26. Now this ciphertext which is generated by the encryption algorithm is then transmitted on public communication channel, for example internet, and at the receiver end a decryption algorithm is applied on the received ciphertext using the key that is shared by the sender. So the decryption algorithm takes the ith letter of the ciphertext and the ith letter of the key and generates the ith letter of the plaintext using the formula ci minus ki mod 26. So the encryption algorithm generates the ciphertext by performing modular addition between the plaintext and the key, while the decryption algorithm recovers the plaintext by doing modular subtraction between the ciphertext and the key. Therefore, we will be now using these two formulas for encryption and decryption in the numerical. Now, note that we have made use of mod 26 arithmetic in the formula. This is because we have assumed our plaintext to have letters between A to Z, that is a total of 26 characters. So the mathematical computation that we are doing, that is the mod addition and subtraction, they are carried out over a finite field of size 26. That is the pi, ki and ci in this case will take numbers between 0 to 25 and hence we are using mod 26. So with this guys, we have come to end of today's video on Autokey Cipher. I hope the video was helpful to you. You understood the concept. If you have understood the concepts, if the video was helpful, I would request you to kindly like, share, subscribe and comment